Hey everybody, welcome back to CALLOUS Draft League Week 4 action. We are revisiting the purple on green matchup. It is team captain for purple, Kingu, playing as black-white Magic on the bottom against whether he's Pimmelbude, which is not the right pronunciation, or CDL Roquentin, probably also not the right pronunciation. I can't get the name right, and I still think he should just be Steve. Nevertheless, that's who we've got here in this purple versus green matchup, noting that our green player, Steve, on the top, is undefeated right now and is putting his 3-0 win streak and his win streak bonus point on the line against Kingu here. As always, how did we get here? You should know by now because you should have checked out the draft. But if you didn't, and if you don't have the time to sit through an hour-long video, which is understandable, you can click the link in the description and simply scroll to the end to see where everybody is as far as what is available to them. Let's get into it. It's best of one action. Here's the game. Kingu, black-white Magic, bottom side. Pimmelbude, not how you pronounce it. So he's Steve on the top. And the Venusaur does outspeed and successfully sleep powder the Machamp. Leech Seed, however, is avoided by Regice, and now Fortress is somehow slower than it was before with the paralysis. Got to scout early on with Fori, especially in draft when your opponent knows that it's there. Who knows how many pokes on the other side randomly have fire attacks. Dragonite does learn Flamethrower, so it could have had it there, but he went for Heal Bell instead. Now we've got Starmie on Venusaur. If he's going to spin, he may pay the price to do so. Instead goes for Psychic. I think he was trying to sneak Fortress in there, but Jolteon actually got chunked pretty good. And Toxic there, that miss might be a good thing because it would have activated Guts from Machamp, which is probably not where he wants to be. That Rock Slide 43% is pretty good, but the Sleep Powder does connect yet again with the 75-25 accuracy. And Regice reappears. This time the Leech Seed is successful, and in a sandless game, the Venusaur with the lefties and the Leech Seed gets back to pretty healthy. Fori against Zapdos. That probably doesn't have HP Fire, so here's an opportunity if you wish. He was going to do something there. Not clear if it was another Spike or maybe he anticipated the Starmie and clicked HP Bug, but we'll never know because full power kicks in. Does T-Bolt into the Volt Absorb Mon. Jolteon back to almost full health as well. Substitute trying to block something like T-Wave, but he is instead roared away. So advantageous turn for Kingu there. Thunderbolting into it, which is ballsy. Does land the 10% added effect. And the full power kicks in. So fair enough. Kingu with the advantage now and can get a free attack off with Regice. Ends up being at just 20% Ice Beam, but he could have HP Fire here. And he's going to stay in, but he doesn't go for it. Certainly if he has it now, he should click it. But he seemingly does not, and Pimmel seemingly is not giving him credit for it either. Does give the Dragonite credit for a possible fire attack, and good thing, because it was Flamethrower, and that would have killed the Fori. But he switches out and lives to fight another day. Zapdos now hit with Toxic and Thunderbolt. Hidden Power neutral there, 24%. Will survive another one from 30, so advantage Jolteon here. And there's a crit, so that's our first knockout of the game for Steve. 6-5 advantage, Baton Pass. Houndoom in pretty good shape here, about a third from T-Bolt, but both Crunch and Fire Blast here very threatening. Substitute going to work as well. That's Hidden Power Ice from behind the sub. And we have a Mixed Knight, which has all of Earthquake, Flamethrower, Heal Bell in this case. Risky Starmie switch, was obviously trying to come in on HP Ice, but Pimmel having none of that, just going to click Crunch, and Starmie is no more. And the advantage clearly on the top side for Steve, with a 6-4 advantage and a spike down. Venusaur comes in, still paralyzed from before. Brick Break, 33%. Finally, the Sleep Powder does not connect. And it's more Brick Break. And Sleep Powder misses yet again. So Venusaur probably about to drop. Gets Kingu on the board a little bit, but he's still down a poke and still dealing with that spike. Last poke, Gyra revealed for Steve. Unrevealed in the back for Kingu still. Substitute. and Dragon Dance against something that he knows obviously has Thunderbolt, though in this case he chooses to Ice Beam. Substitute again. T-Bolt, sure. It all pops the sub just the same, but notice he doesn't have lefties, so he's obviously subbing down to something. Perhaps a Lychee Berry in this case? Does he have Flail? It's a Lychee Berry, and he's at +2, so 1 HP Flail, yeah. That actually might just clean it up. Earthquake here would get meta. Okay, simple as that. We're donezo. The Flail Gyra gonna achieve victory. And that's one of the quirks of draft. You know that there's not going to be sand in this game because neither player drafted Tyranitar, so it won't be there, and that opens the door for you to draft things like that. Flail Gyarados gonna get it done. A deadly Mon in a game where you know that sand won't be there, and none of these things have quick attack, so seems like the right time to bust out a gimmick like that, and it's gonna clean it up, and we are done here. So Steve with a victory for the green team. He's going to be 4-0 and earn yet another sweet, sweet bonus point. 4-0, baby. Cruising. And yeah, I mean, the green lead, not that they needed it, is only going to get larger and larger. They are almost locked up for playoffs already. They would need a colossal Week 5 and Week 6 choke to somehow not make it, and they are very much favored to earn that Round 1 playoff bye, which is obviously a huge advantage. Purple's still in the mix, but they will not get a point out of this match. As always, I would appreciate hearing what you guys think in the comments. Please hit that like button. Please consider subscribing if you've not already done so. Appreciate you watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video.